We are still the good guys. I know I have to keep reiterating that, but when your newest recruits are a cannibal, a glory killer, and someone shoots at anything that moves, you have to remind yourself of these things. But of course, welcome to the Vault, with our 3 generations now of heroes. And that right there next to Hackman, that's where I put the defibrillator. He wasn't horribly murdered yesterday. And on the subject of us being the good guys and our people getting horribly murdered, we're going to go for a little bit of, I'm trying not to use the words regime change, but a different approach to what we're doing here. Right now we're going short-term charity and compromising the long-term because we're spending so much time patching other people up, escorting them to cities, etc., rather than focusing on defending ourselves that, in the long-term, it's costing us. So we're going to adjust to full-on long-term charity and ignore short-term charity, at least for a while. Then we're being pushed around by the PsiTech faction. If they want war, they've got war. We are the good guys, but we're good guys going to war now. I envisage a massive concrete wall around the entire base, and superheroes without compromise. They need to be good at fighting. So let's get the Incredible Balkan loaded, and let's get to work on our new generation of heroes. Heroes that can save lives, but also stop lives being lost. And we, I think, have now the fully upgraded lab when we get all of this shit hauled over. Wow, that is that's a lot of stuff on one elephant, huh? My god. And I think that's it. That should be our final version of the lab. So our 2 new machines we got from the final vault at the end of yesterday was the stabilized mucus inducer and a nanotech retractor. So this one gives us the bonus ability slot that lets us get 1 extra, and along with that machine it means we can have the full suite of 5 powers. Then this thing here, the nanotech retractor, lets us take away the negatives. Who here would like to volunteer for a tasty experience? And by tasty experience, I mean potentially death or brain damage. Who has had the worst power so far? Hackerman's Bloodlust effect did come into play once and was a bit of a pain in the ass, but otherwise wasn't a problem. If we keep Dr. Man close, we can deal with that. Hellfire, I've never noticed her weaknesses. Bigger, she hates prisoners. That's really not an issue. And then easily bored, she needs more recreation. That's also fine as well. Not really worth messing around with for the time being. Horndog is constantly sad because she is constantly rejected, but I'm not really too bothered by that. Same with immunological disorder. Eventually with technology, we'll be able to override that regardless. Radiator hates radiation, which is a bit of a problem, but only because of his name. Huntsman is unstable and easily bored. I think unstable we can pretty much ignore. Easily bored is also fine as well. Heat intolerance, I'm really not bothered about. Weirdly enough, out of all of the negatives, I think major break risk might be the one I remove. The hallucinations, randomly firing off bullets in all sorts of directions, especially when we get a more powerful gun, might be a problem. Not to mention it interrupts her work cycle for quite a long time. Let's test it on you, because you also have, I think, the most redundant superpower, so if it kills her, it's not such a big deal. We're all disposable right now, especially because we're going to die to the PsiTech faction anyway. Start operation, remove weakness. 60% chance of failure. Oh. Alright, 2 days, 10 hours. Good luck, lot of major break risk. I mean, you could make a much better argument that the psychological paralysis that Dr. Man has is way worse than her occasionally breaking down and shooting some bullets. But bizarrely, it's such a key part of his character now, it would feel weird removing it. So we'll work through our people and try and remove as many negatives as possible. And shit, I mean, with someone like Hellfire, whose negatives really aren't that bad, we could just add a new superpower to her, and then maybe remove whatever negative comes with that afterwards. Now, while we're working on that, I have a whole new plan. You might have noticed once or twice, we're getting annihilated. We're getting absolutely destroyed. So, I think we should probably start working on some defenses. Let's throw down just a whole bunch of concrete mixers. I'd love the classic throw a wall around the entire map, but I think we've got this river which we should absolutely use to our advantage. Not to mention everything we've got is focused down towards the southwest, right? Put down the blueprints for what I think would be a pretty nice idea. That way it gives us plenty of room for farms and expansion. Not that's going to be super relevant given the whole toxic fallout thing. I guess room for greenhouses, but it gives us plenty of space to build with. And the problem with the wall going around the entire map is that does nothing against drop pod raids. At least this way we're kind of limiting things down a little bit. Sure, they could just drop in over here and that would still be a problem, but at least they're on the other side of the river. Then maybe everything south of the river, within the wall boundary, we just cover in turrets. Assuming we ever get research for turrets, that is. Or Resource plants, though, I'll take. Resource plants is our only method of infinite resources this time around. I thought with superheroes and powerful bionics and whatever else we end up with, having something like a quarry might be a little bit silly, because they would work it pretty fast. Resource plants puts a nice natural limit on things and doesn't have a bunch of superheroes just mining in a quarry all day, ultimately. Alright, look, I'm aware of the irony of saying I don't want superheroes working in a quarry all day and then building 4 cement mixers. I was so busy focusing on the important things like the vital concrete production, I missed the fact that she's fine. Major Break Wrist has lost the weakness hallucination. So now she's just kind of minor break risk, I suppose. She does keep the superpower too. Thought that would be the case. Would be a bit weird if it didn't. But you know what? She's the only person in this superpowered colony that is arguably not very superpowered. Let's put her in for round 2. And that's now only 30% chance of failure. So removing the negatives, I mean, it makes sense, has a much higher chance of failure. Perfect. 2 days, 10 hours. I guess I should really explain what we've named the people as well. Kind of glanced over that because we did the whole character intro thing, or I assume I've done that at this stage. We've got Intel, who is obviously very, very big brain, but overheats very quickly. This man was known as Gunner, but I've renamed him Fister because he's pretty bad at gunning, but he's very good at fisting. If only there was a better way of phrasing that. So he's got the glory kill power, which sounds incredible. Once every 5 days, you rip someone to bits. That's a very, very powerful ability to just insta-kill anyone. But what we've been sleeping on is the laser eyes. I tested out both of these powers when the caravan got back. Let me tell you right now, these laser eyes not only have an obscene range, they destroy. And that's an explosion too. That entire area would have been affected by that. So big groups of enemies are done for. The best part is that thing has a cooldown of 1 hour. So there's a good chance we'll be able to fire off 2 of those during a particularly long raid. The glory kill is good, but I probably won't use it too often for a weird reason. Let's see if that emu will get angry at me. There you go. So if we click the glory kill button. Yeah. Plays a song. And it goes on for quite a long time. It's also area specific too. So if we're out here, it's fine. But if we zoom back in. Yeah, it's a little bit strange. I mean, it's obviously a Doom reference, right? But my point is, Fister isn't going to be doing much more fisting than he is going to be doing lasering. Ah, nice! Colonists are gathering to celebrate Dr. Men and Hellfire's marriage. Last time this happened, though, I'm fairly sure Inebriator died. Here they go. Oh, they invited the Incredible Bulk. How kind. What a party, huh? It's nice to have something positive going on for once. Hold on a second, is that a non-lethal weapon? Syringer allows you to, send your victims into a battle of uncontrollable murderous rage. I was thinking we'd be able to give that to Hacker Man to stop him going on his own murderous rages, but I think that would just make the problem worse. Well, it won't though, will it? Because he's not killing anybody. If he drives them berserk and then they die, that's not his fault. Whoa, that's a superpower right there. Hacker Man is great with machines, terrible with people. His biggest weakness is if he kills someone, he has to kill another and another and another. Until one day Dr. Man invents a gun where his weakness becomes his greatest strength. He makes other people kill one after another after another. Ah, there you go. The process of injecting super nanites has finished. We can now pick 2 powers for Major Break Wrist, or I should of course say a power and a weakness. We've got the choice of Heal Other. The subject can cause a friendly target's body to rapidly regenerate from any wounds through the emission of hormones and a delicious mist. So what you tell him is Gamer Girl bathwater comboed with sickly becomes ill very often. That could suck. I'm not sure what illnesses we have in this mod pack, but I assume it can just apply anything. And then we've got the choice of self-resurrection. The subject is practically as zombies. When their body and mental functions cease, their body enters suspended animation. Over the course of 3 days, their body will recover from any grave wounds and forcibly resurrect. But the downside to that is she is mute. She can no longer talk. Oh, I mean, that is incredible. I love the idea of being able to heal other, but the majority of the damage we're taking is from psychic attacks, and I'm not sure that would work on that. Let's go for it. What you tell him is Major Break Risk is now a ghoul. She's immune to toxic radiation, and she can come back to life whenever she wants. I know ghouls don't do that, but the point is, she's essentially unkillable. I almost want to put her in for another course of gene therapy, because the weakness isn't a weakness, and we can stack her up with yet another power. And if she dies, and we give her some incredible powers, she'll just come back. Whereas, say, for example, we upgrade Fisto a little bit more, double down on his laser eyes, he dies. That's a big loss. Put her in, Chief. Let's aim for some offensive power with her then. If we can get her on the front lines with even the crazy laser eyes or whatever, and she goes down fast, sure, but she'll take out an entire siege with her. Am I right in thinking that when the gene pod fails, there's a chance it can kill them as well? I guess that wouldn't apply to major break risk. You know what? I'm going to commit to it. She's our test subject now. We're going to go for all 5 powers on her, and we're going to try and remove all of her weaknesses as well. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? She's gonna die? Well, she'll just come right back. Well, it's a good day to be a hacker, man. We need 15 panoxycillin, though. And I don't think we've got any Nutramine at all. Not to mention, I can't find the drug lab. If only there was a search bar. Drug, there you go. Everyone else is out here buying ideology so they can have, you know, like, limitless playthroughs of this game. I just have it because I can't read. Yeah, no, that is unfortunate. I suppose the downside is we've confirmed death is an outcome from the gene pod, and given that I wanted to put everyone through a new course today, that's a little bit of a big gamble. But on the plus side, she'll come back to life soon. Maybe we should build her a coffin in the freezer. I feel like not having the gene pod do anything is a waste, and I also feel like Intel really hasn't got much going for them right now. They've got the really fast learning speed, sure, but nothing really to do. And that really doesn't help us out in combat, so you get to step up. Just watch out for the bodies. Dr. Man's permanent gunshot injury has healed. The Luciferian finally kicked in. There he is, 110% consciousness. Come on, use that big brain power you've got. 34%. Okay, not great, but it'll do. And then I guess none other than Hackerman can take the role of HR so we can do the other ritual. Or not. Rest in peace, defibrillator. You were the greatest HR rep this company could ever have. And now you're in one of these many, many graves. I hope you're in one of these graves anyway. I do love how casually the words, the process of injecting super nanites pops up on the screen these days. So we have the choice of cold resistance and zealot. Nope. No. Or loner and immunological disorder. Again, immunological disorder isn't necessarily so bad when a big part of this playthrough is going to be building the biggest, most extravagant hospital possible, as per our ideology. I think that, I mean, loner just gives them the ability to replenish recreation if alone in a room. I'd have to be a bit more strict with the anything schedule rather than specifically setting it to recreation to encourage them to go and work if they're already good. I mean, what will that do realistically? Like 4 hours a day of extra work? I mean, when you phrase it like that, it's pretty damn good. Cold resistance? They just never have to worry about it at all, minus 1,000. But if we take that, we have to throw them in and immediately get rid of Zealot. I think I prefer this over this. But I also hate Zealot. Give me that one. I got some bad news for you, Intel. That wasn't good enough. Get back in there. Until you've got super strength, don't ever look at me again. 40% chance of failure. Whoa. Hello? Alright, well, I think that's enough of waiting for these insects. We've got some pretty good combat powers now. There's no excuse for it. Okay. Watch this. Anyone home? No? Alright then, well that was impressive. Hello? What the... What? Insect machine broke? Understandable. Have a great day. Well, I didn't expect that at all, I will admit, but, fuck it, I'll take it. Free raid. I guess it makes up for everything we've gone through over the past however many episodes this series has been going on for. Given that today is all about big defense and big heroes, blast doors couldn't be any more appropriate. Oh, I think I already know what my choice is going to be before I've even read these. So on the right-hand side, which I think looks like the most boring side, we have telepathy, which of course Dr. Man already has, and cold intolerance, plus 10 to the minimum comfortable temperature. As far as downsides go, that's not a problem at all, unless we get a cold snap, right? This side, though, this looks like a fireball. And it absolutely is. The subject has developed a sack of jellied chem fuel in their palm. Delicious. Once every 30 seconds, these glands extrude a glob of napalm in a closed fist, which can then be tossed out to ignite with the air before landing and setting a small area on fire. That's incredible. And then another one is bigger, where they just won't manage or warden. I'm not bothered by that at all. As far as I'm concerned, that's 100% benefit. Boom. Oh my god, and it works so well because Intel overheats. Of course, the heat intolerance only affects the maximum comfortable temperature. Won't make any difference with the fireball. Unless for some reason we decide to throw the fireball indoors. I really want to test it out, but you can only use it on moving living targets. What a terrible day to be a guinea pig. Oh. Was there even a projectile there, or did it just cause the area to essentially explode in flame? Hold on. Oh, there is a projectile. It's very, very fast, though. I'm sure that'll be fine. What do you think, though? More? I'm not bothered by bigger. I'm not bothered by heat intolerance. And the immunological disorder sucks. But again, we're building a massive hospital. Throw him in. Intel might genuinely end up being our first 5-power person. What happened to Major Break Risk? One of the graves is broken, but I don't think that's relevant. She was dead for 5 days, okay? If anything, the game owes me at this point. The wall's going good. Research is going very, very well. And we've picked up 2 incredibly powerful superpowers. I guess while we wait for those 3 major things to carry on just kind of ticking, we'll get out there and see if we can find our relic. Oh, no. As if they now offer us a Healer serum. To be fair, we do need it for Hellfire, right? Her brain is only 8 out of 20. Hold on. Her brain is only 8 out of 10. Or 16 out of 20. That'd be pretty massive for her. What do you want us to do? You want us to go deal with an abandoned broadcasting station? We can do that. Then we've also got a machine back in a village somewhere. Fortunately, we can't just sneak in this time with Sly. Rest in peace. Then we've got another spacecraft data hack. Obviously, that'll take 2 seconds, so we'll crack that one out too. In fact, I guess we'll send Hackerman to the village as well. That way he can run in, just hack it, and get out super, super fast. And done. That was easy. Oh, and the worshipful village is on the way to the broadcasting station anyway. Let's send Huntsman and Hackerman. I think that'll be acceptable. And I guess the Incredible Bulk in case we find something nice along the way. They made this one easy for us, didn't they? Okay. Hack away. Done. Get out of there. Oh, shit, they're pissed. I don't think we're just going to be able to sneak out of that one, Chief. No, tribes people. We're the good guys. We're the good guys, I promise. Oh, no. Oh, even the ostriches aren't safe. Huntsman? We're the good guys. Well, I think we can all agree that went well. And there it is. The vibration shield. This quest was just come in and smash it up, right? 7 tribal. Ah, the commenters, of course. Oh, God, Hackerman's gone berserk because he killed someone. Okay, you know what? Just start blasting. If Hackerman gets knocked down, that's his own goddamn fault. He should chill out a bit more. Kind of hoping they'll bruise him down. To be honest, at the rate they're going, they probably will. There we go, there we go, there we go. Huntsman, all you have to do is kill the survivors. Why was he not firing? Oh, they're fleeing. Wow, that was so close to going so horribly wrong. Did he lose an eye? Oh, he did. Damn it. I'm really starting to think in hindsight, sending these two was just an awful idea. This is very literally a case of what have they got to lose at this point. It does mean that the caravan's lighter, though, because between the 2 of them, they weigh as much as 1 regular person. A monument. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's take a monument. A monument to all of those who have fallen, which is an insane amount so far. We'll patch up Hackerman. Oh, God. I was going to say we'll patch up Hackerman later. Hackerman? You good? There you go. Whoa. Supercomputer, what do you do? I'll be honest, I have no idea. It sounds as if it might give a research bonus. Then we have a long-range mineral scanner, a couple more computers, multi-analyzer, and also a comms console. Somebody said that there was a multi-analyzer in one of the ruins we left yesterday, which would have helped give a research bonus, but until we get the research, everything is limited behind that anyway, right? I'm not entirely sure I know what these do, but we're going to take them either way. Give me that. You can come with me as well. And I assume, given that there are no more mechanoids left on the planet, we can just wander in. There it is. 1 vibration shield. Now, we've got 2 good melee characters right now. We've got both Radiator and Fisto with various different melee abilities. I love the idea, though, of Radiator using plasteel claws with one arm and the shield in the other. That could work really well. Captain Radiator time. Let's do it. And you know what? We could steal the reliquary, too. Sod it. Load it onto the back of the elephant. Normally, it's a bit silly to try and take it. Done. The first of 3 relics. No way. Well, we've got the choice of either regeneration and deafness, which sounds like a pretty fantastic combo to me, Or Intel could end up both loving the cold and hating the cold. Gee, that is a really hard choice. I mean, look, I get why this is a possible combination, because you can always remove the negative, and the positive gives you minus 1,000. So that's still minus 990, I assume, cold resistance net gain with that. So it's still very, very good. It's essentially no negative at all. I mean, deafness has an impact on social, and that's about it. The regeneration, though, injury healing factor times 10 is just insane. And we're trying to build combat characters here. Even with the worst of cold snaps, the chance of anybody ever dying from that is so insignificant. Experiment success. 100% agree. I will admit, I still have no idea what the supercomputer does, but I've put it down regardless. We've got the spare power for the time being, so I guess we'll just leave it there. Looks quite nice in the lab. Ah, there you go. Chemistry leads to medicine production, and that means the syringer is back on the table. Renaming Hacker Man to the syringer might be on the table. It's kind of horrifying, though, isn't it? Well, good news. I've lost the relic. I can't find the fucking thing anywhere. It's not on the elephant, and it's... Oh, you've got it equipped. Major break risk has put it on. You put that down and give it to one of our melee characters. Who do we want to give it to? Highest melee skill right now. Fisto has 14. I guess we'll give it to Fisto. I do like Radiator having it. Especially because Fisto already has such crazy abilities. You know what? Let's do it. Captain Radiator. Captain Radiator who won't keep the friggin' shield equipped. Why? Why are you doing that, though? Okay. Maybe not Captain Radiator. Oh, is it because they're a different ideologian? So they won't equip the relic? Well, for the time being, I guess we'll throw it on the altar in that case. Oh, good. Okay, well, on the plus side... Oh, shit, they've actually finished all of the wall. No, they haven't. There's like 2 blocks left, but you know what? We won't worry about it too much. So Hacker Man, the guy who goes berserk and kills people, is now our new head of HR. Then if all goes to plan, you... Hacker Man isn't capable of talking. Oh, for fuck. Please just give me something here. And now it's the commenters. Oh my god, that's a lot of commenters too. 21 of them. Really? Really, though? I didn't spend all episode building a friggin' wall so that you idiots could... They're actually just going to dismantle it. Alright, kill the lot. Revengers, assemble. And quite frankly, fuck the loss of you. Horndog is down. Horndog, are you okay? What happened there? Stabbed in the leg by a recurve bow. Okay, we definitely need to patch that up in a second. Charge in. Charge in. Kill them all. Show no mercy. I mean... Show them mercy, but not as much as we used to show them. I feel like stunning them in place and then gunning them down is absolutely not showing them mercy. That's like one of the most fucked up things we've ever done. Stun them in place and shoot them dead. Yeah, nothing says charity meme more than that. They did almost kill Horndog there, which I'm very, very, very surprised about. My god. So we're going to give Hacker Man a new jaw. That's just the basic Rimworld denture that requires 2 medicine, nothing fancy. Although, if you're offering, I will absolutely take Bionics. Multi-analyzer. Hey, that's a good start. What do you mean 66 to 36? How did she gain back 30% certainty? I can't. I cannot convert them to our ideologian fast enough. This is unbelievable. There. 38% to 6.7 every 3 days. Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe this will work. Not bad for a man who doesn't actually have a jaw. Given that Captain Radiator can't go outside during the toxic fallout, might as well use the time wisely, huh? I'm still trying to figure out the right upgrade path for everybody, and then it occurred to me that the Heavy Flamer from Vanilla Expanded Heavy Weapons needs power armor or the exoskeleton frame to use. And I have a suspicious feeling that Hellfire's Hellfire power armor probably counts as power armor. Oh, shit. So not only have we got the Super Nanites, that's all well and good. I'm not really excited about that one. Look. Hackerman tried to convert Hellfire, and Hellfire was converted. Our Revengers have been activated again. After days and days, Dr. Man is finally getting back bloody control over this faction. So then, nanites. We've got psychic shock, which is obviously very good. Hallucinations is kind of bad, though. Okay. And that just gives you the ability to use psychic shock on an enemy running they're unconscious. Very good if you want to take prisoners. The other one is Eagle Eye. Ranged weapon range doubled. Oh, God, that's insane. It allows them to rapidly adjust the firing arc to hit targets twice as far away than otherwise possible. That is insane, but the downside is Zealot will instantly kill all prisoners, and we know that they're very, very truthful when they say that they will instantly kill the other prisoners. I think I've got to take this. I think I have to take this. Turn Captain Radiator, or at least start turning Captain Radiator into a proper combat character. I know that Captain Radiator I was touting as a melee character. I wasn't entirely going to commit to that. We could just turn them into an all-round great combat character. Good up close with the plasteel claws in melee, but we could give Captain Radiator a sniper. If it doubles the range of that, he could be picking off enemies from the other side of the bloody planet. I think they're down right now because of the extreme toxic buildup isn't ideal, is it? And quite a few of our people also ended up with the flu as well. Dropping the difficulty down really has put a damper on the combat side of things, but it's made all the tiny inconveniences a lot more prominent compared to where they were before. Who should we start working on next then? Honestly, I want to win over Huntsman, because I think Huntsman, as far as these characters go, I think you're 4th place, my friend. So let's get her and Hackerman in the same room, and let's get Hackerman to convert her over, ideally. Down to 77, not a bad start. And there it is. Oh, what a great day for the colony. We've got the multi-analyzer. We've got some insane superpowers. We finally got back control and made the Revengers prominent again. The defenses have never been better. We've got a gigantic concrete wall around the entire base. I'm putting blast doors on that too. I've expanded out the defensive area at the front of the vault. Not to mention, of course, we've got the blast doors on that too. If only we could get bionics. If we could get bionics, that solves the only other problem I think we've immediately got, which is our people might be great in combat. And they might be quite durable. But even they've got their limits, and everybody's pretty much falling apart at this stage. So with the exception of Hackerman, who's just being a bit of a dick because he wants Major Break Risk to die horribly, and that in turn is giving him a -20 mood, everyone else is only upset because we aren't respecting their ideology. We don't have the altar or the decorations or whatever else. Eventually, when we get everybody converted, this place is going to be like Utopia. But until then, it's going to continue to suck. Well, let's decide who we're going to throw in for the next dose of gene therapy, given that we've currently got 38 rounds of it left to go. Fisto is very, very good for combat superpowers, so I'm not worried about you. Major Break Risk has the resurrection ability, so I guess technically has some advantage in combat there. Intel of Bison Clan is doing insanely well. Fuck it, should we go 5 of 5? Let's do it. Go. 60% chance of failure, so the same as just removing one of the negatives. But to be fair, though, I think we've only had out of everything we've done 1 failure total, right? Oh, man, I mean, biosculpting were fitting perfectly in the colony, because that also lets you cure brain problems, right? Alternatively, Rimatomics would really up the ante, huh? We could nuke our enemies. You know, like what good guys do. I feel like I gave the biosculpting pod a pretty bad rap when I first tried it, and it's changed a little bit since then. So we're going to go for this one. Is Captain Radiator just permanently stuck at extreme toxic buildup now? That really is not dropping, is it? It might just be quicker to take them, put them in the pod, and then get rid of toxic intolerance. Captain Radiator got chemical damage. Wait, is that from the toxic fallout? Okay, well, on the plus side, Intel's upgrade has finished. We've got the choice of Psychic Resistance, which could be very, very good. Callous. The subject has become callous and disregards the sanctity of life. Yeah, I know how you feel. Nullified thought. Everything. Wow. No good or bad. I mean, it's not necessarily so terrible. Whoa. So it's basically just a psychopath trait, right? Colonist organ harvested nuzzles. I butchered humor-like. Good lord, look at how long it goes on for. Oh. Final line of the entire thing. Essentially a vanilla psychopath. Okay, fair enough. That, I would argue, isn't that bad. The other option is Weapon Expert. Aiming time times 50%. And range cooldown times 50%. Holy crap. And Lustful. Lustful isn't necessarily such a big deal. It's just going to make them upset. Occasionally. Horndog's been doing fine. Whoa. I mean, I've got to take that. And there you have it. Experiment success. Although I feel like Captain Radiator isn't long for this world. Chemical damage to the heart. Toxic buildup has dropped by 3%. But I worry that they might die before that wears off. Alright, well, you know what? Let's do it then. Take them to the gene tailoring pod. Biosculpting is finished. Okay, we might be able to patch them up depending on how that works. Let's go advanced power sources as well. Power grid is still a little bit fucky-wucky here and there. And then we are going to remove your... Oh, God, 70% chance failure. Jesus. Dr. Man tried to convert Horndog. Took it down to 58%. Did you see that? And there it is. Look at that. Intel. Super learning. Loner. Which sounds negative, but is very, very good. When they are alone, they gain recreation. They have the ability to shoot fireballs. They heal super fast. And they are a weapons expert. 50% aiming time, 50% range cooldown. That is so, so good. And the weaknesses, I think, are actually very, very good. Minus 10 degrees C for maximum comfortable temperature. Again, fine, as long as we've got good air conditioning going on. Immunological disorder, I think, is probably the worst out of all of them. That's a little bit dangerous with some of the diseases we've been getting. Bigger is irrelevant. Warning and managing is disabled. I wouldn't have them doing that anyway. Death is a little bit annoying because of the social impact, but this character already is not doing a lot of social things. And then Lostful, which is, again, another social impact, but otherwise not too bad. I think Intel, that's got to be like an 8, a 9 out of 10 on the superhero scale. And between fast learning, the passions, and the massive bonus to combat, I think in terms of just kind of basic soldier, they are going to be unrivaled. They're going to be absolutely insane. And now we've just got to do that another 7 times. And we've got ourselves a squad that might be able to stand our ground. And though I feel like we didn't have much major going on today, with the exception of building someone with 5 separate superpowers and massively upgrading everybody across the board there, well, I'm finding a relic and getting the multi-analyzer, etc., etc. Lots of minor things, I think, have added up into finally really taking back control of everything after constant setback. My big main goal, though, is still to get everybody converted, and I think over the course of tomorrow, between Dr. Man and Hacker Man, and a kind of foot in the door with Hellfire too, we can set her up as, was it nursing director or something like that? It just gives us so many opportunities, and I think we should be able to get everybody converted over tomorrow, no matter what. Between that and the superpowers, we're going to have what I feel like at long last is the basis for good superhero action. And I'm looking forward to that. No more just getting the floor wiped with us. Thank you to Daedrus, Gogolus, The Incredible Gurren, Anthony Scavuzzo, Evie Moon, Mythomatic, X-Dr. Don, MD, Tenacious Bloom, Athom, Seal Food, Sir Mike Oxlong, Retile, Ciala, Flying Spaghetti Monster, Pang Power Q, and Wacko Kid for their support. The executive producer tiers over on Patreon. Thank you all for making the channel possible in the first place. Apologize for today's episode being distracted. I'm really tired. It's like, oh shit, it's like 7 a.m. right now. Kind of went off the rails a little bit today because I had to fix a lot of stuff. Hopefully it didn't come through too much on the episode itself. A thank you as well to Ben Ice Cream, Macho, Mr. Streamer's Wrinkly Ding Dong, Garnuba, Pumbly, Donald, Quivalar, Ad Infinitus, Frobear, Amanda, KG Evans, Cass, Sam Haruni, Bootbutt, and Canopus as well. See you all tomorrow. I'm going to go sleep for a week or 2.